So now question number 41 to 45, question of find the domain. As you know, domain of sine and cos, either sine or cos is R, that you know. Then domain of tan. Now tan is sine upon cos, sine function upon cos function, and domain means the value of x for which a function is defined is called a domain. So if cos x is 0, then this is not defined, means cos not equal to 0. Now cos x not equal to 0, for this cos x is not equal to 0, that is set of zeros of cos you have to write. That implies x is not equal to twice k plus 1 pi by 2, k belongs to z. This is the set of zeros for cos. So tan is defined for x is not equal to twice k plus 1 pi by 2, k belongs to z. Either you can write this as this, r minus 2k plus 1 pi by 2, k belongs to z. So this is the domain of tan, that you know, right? Now cot. Cot is defined as cos x upon sine function, that is sine not equal to 0. So domain of this cot function is x not equal to k pi, k belongs to z. Either you can write like this also, r minus k pi, such that k belongs to z. You can write like this also, r minus 2k plus 1 pi by 2, where k belongs to z. I forget to write the bracket. Okay. So now sec. Sec is 1 upon cos. So same thing, cos not equal to 0, that is r minus this. So sec functions domain and tan functions domains are same, and cosec 1 upon sine. So this function, so cosec domain is same as the cot functions domain. So you have to remember only these two things. Denominator must not equal to 0, then these all the standard trigonometric function will be defined. In sine and cos there is nothing in denominator, so domain of them is r. So they are defined on all positive real, all real numbers, not positive only, for all real numbers. Then tan and sec has the same domain, that is r minus 2k plus 1 pi by 2, k belongs to z. Either this x is not equal to this is both same expressions, right? So never confuse for if answer is given instead of this in this type, then this is also domain. Okay. So now our first question is domain of the sec function. So domain of the sec function is this, either this, either this. That is your answer. Nothing to do for sec function. So your answer will be for here x not equal to 2k plus 1 pi by 2, k belongs to z. So this implies domain is equal to r minus sec, that is 2k plus 1 pi by 2, k belongs to z. So this is the domain. So you can write this, either this, right? Now here it is given sec twice x, means twice x is not equal to twice k plus 1 pi by 2, k belongs to z, right? Instead of x, here is given twice x. So twice x is not equal to. So we have to make the subject to x. So dividing by 2, what we get? This implies x is not equal to twice k plus 1 pi by 4. If we divide by 2, then this is pi by 4, because this is in multiplication, right? And k belongs to z. So domain of sec twice x is this. Either you can write domain is equal to r minus, this is 2k plus 1 pi by 4, k belongs to z. This is the domain of sec twice x function. Got it? Now cot. Cot means cos upon sine. So cot is this, cos upon sine. So x not equal to k pi, but instead of x, what is given? X by 3. So I am writing directly x by 3 is not equal to k pi. K belongs to z. X by 3, instead of x, it is given x by 3. So x by 3 not equal to k pi, k belongs to z. So making x to a subject, what we get, multiply by 3. So this implies x is equal to 3k pi, k belongs to z. So domain is, what is domain? X is not equal to, x is not equal to means r minus k pi, k belongs to z. That is your answer, right? You are able to read this, k belongs to z. This is k belongs to z, and I am putting brackets on border, right? Same thing cot x. Cot x is same. This x not equal to k pi, that is r minus k pi. So domain is equal to, this is standard domain. So domain is equal to r minus k pi, k belongs to z. This is your answer. And here tan 3x. Tan means this cos r minus. So 3x is not equal to, 3x is not equal to, tan means cos not equal to 0, that is twice k plus 1 pi by 2. So this is twice k plus 1 pi by 2, k belongs to z. So final answer, if we make x to a subject, then we have to divide by 3. So this implies x is equal to twice k plus 1 pi by 6, k belongs to z. So this is x not equal to, so domain is equal to r minus twice k plus 1 pi by 6, k belongs to z. So this is the domain, right? So you have to remember this thing, right? And I am writing this as a in a set bracket, right? R minus 2k plus 1 pi by 6, k belongs to z. Got it? Any problem? So now if you want to make a practice for this, change this angle and find out the values, because you have to find out the domain of sec, cosec, tan, cot. Nothing to do. So these are the 5 examples. So you can make practice at home at your yourself, right? So I'm not going to give you more questions for this, because this is very easy questions. Okay. Now after finishing the domain, we solving MCQs related to principal period. Now, what is principal period? As we discussed in earlier lectures, principal period means after how many rotations a value repeated. Means sine and for sine, cos, sec and cosec values are repeated after one complete rotation. Because see, if you have a unit circle, right, then this is a point A10. This is A dash minus 10, this is B 0 1, and this is B dash 0 minus 1, and this is origin, this is x axis, this is y axis, the x dash and y dash axis, that you know, right? So after complete of one rotation, if we start from here, this is 0, that you know, this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. So sine, this is cos function, this is sine function, that you know, right? So this trigonometric point, right? X coordinate always represent the cos function, that you know, and y coordinate represents always the sine function. So this cos 0 1 and sine 0 0. So after completing one complete rotation, we get the repeated value, that is after 2 pi, right? So after 2 pi we get the same value, right? So that is principal period of this function, that is cos and sine, is 2 pi. So same as secant, cosec, and tan and cot has a principal period pi, that you have to remember, right? So note down this thing, principal period. I am writing shortcut, principal period, right? So principal period of tan and cot function is pi and other function is 2 pi. Other function means sine cos, sec cosec has a principal period 2 pi and tan and cot has a pi. That you have to remember. So only one simple sentence, right? Tan cot principal period pi. Remember this thing. Other functions has 2 pi. Now for finding out the principal period of any function, you have to also remember one thing, that is I am going to give you a shortcut method for finding out principal period. So principal period of function is equal to modulus of principal period upon coefficient of x. Coefficient of x, right? So given function's principal period upon coefficient of x, that is the formula. I think this is readable for you. If you don't read, you are not able to read this, then write down. Principal period is equal to principal period of the function upon coefficient of x in modulus. This is the modulus, right, that you have to consider, right? So now it is given sin x by 6. So what is our answer? Answer is modulus of principal period of sine is 2 pi. So principal period of sine, because these all functions sine, cos, sec and cosec, these functions are given. So sine function's principal period 2 pi whole upon coefficient of x. So this can be written as sine 1 upon 6 into x. You can write, if you want to write this. That means coefficient of x is 1 upon 6. So coefficient of x is 1 upon 6. So answer is 1 upon 6. So what is the answer? Its answer is 12 pi. Answer is 12 pi. So simple, nothing to do, right? No one is going to ask this question in your 11th exam, but I am going to, because I teach you, right? But this is all the concept that is required for competitive exam, so that JEE and other exam you are going to appear. So that's why we are practicing this, right? So only I am taking up 5 questions. Okay. Now tan 3x. So principal period, answer. Principal period of tan is pi upon coefficient of x, that is 3. So answer is pi by 3. Answer is pi by 3. It's an easy thing, right? Now cos, right? 2 pi upon coefficient of x is 3. So his answer is 2 pi by 3. No need to write anything. Got it? Principal period of cos is 2 pi. So 2 pi upon coefficient of x is 3. So 2 pi by 3. So now this 3 pi, because principal period of cot is pi upon coefficient 1 upon 3. So answer is 3 pi. Now if you have given sum of the functions, this is a sum of 2 functions, then what you have to do? First find out the principal period of this. So principal period of this is 8 pi by 3. Now got it, right? Because sine principal period is 2 pi upon coefficient of x is 3 by 4. So answer is 8 pi by 3. Say this is p. This is p. Principal period of first function, right, fx is p is equal to 8 by 3. And for this principal period is, are you able to now saying directly without doing anything? Then multiply by this, that is 10 pi divided by 2, that is 5 pi. How? This is principal period of cos is 2 pi upon coefficient of x, that is 2 by 5. So this 2 will be cut, 5 goes to numerator. So your answer will be 5 pi. So suppose we say that the principal period of this is q, right? So remember, this formula is for only one function is given. If the sum of the functions are given, then what you have to do? Take some constant into principal period of fx, right, is equal to some constant n into principal period of gx. That you have to remember, right? N is equal to say k. Is equal to say k. This is the formula. Suppose this is fx, this is gx, Instead of arrow, now I am assuming this is fx, this is gx. So what you have to do, if for some of the functions given, then constant into first function's principal period is equal to constant into second. You can take any numbers here, any constant, right? A, B, C, whatever you want, no problem at all. But I require only constant, right? Is equal to some constant. I am taking k, right? Now this is m. Now principal period of fx. Principal period of fx is 8 by 3, right? So principal period of this fx is 8 by 3. So this is 8 by 3 is equal to n. Now principal period of gx, that is 5 pi. So this is 5 pi is equal to k, right? That means the principal period of this function is k, and we have to find out this k, right? For this, now taking this, we will get m into 8 pi by 3 is equal to 5 into n pi, right? So this pi will be cut. Taking 3 to here, what we get? 8m is equal to 5 into 3, 15 n. So taking ratio of this thing, that is m upon n is equal to 15 by 8. So taking m is equal to 15 and n is equal to 8. So therefore m is equal to 15 and n is equal to 8. So now substituting this value in equation number 1, what we get from equation number 1? Here is no space, so I am writing here. So m is 15 into principal period of fx, that is 8 pi by 3. You can say this is as a result for 1 also, any one of these, right? So 15 into 8 pi by 3 is equal to n. So n is 8 into 5 pi is equal to k. So this will be cut. So what we get? 40 pi is equal to 40 pi is equal to k. So principal period of this function is, answer is 40 pi. So this is principal period of a given function. So remember one thing, when a simple function is given, then principal period is modulus of principal period upon coefficient of x. And if the sum of the functions are given, then you have to take a m, some constant, into principal period of first function fx is equal to n constant into some function gx is equal to some constant k, and then find out the value of m and n, and substituting in here you will get your answer. Okay, so for your practice I am giving you these 51, 52, 53, 54 and 55 5 questions for homework, that is do it yourself, right? Remember only one thing, what you have to do for given simple function, that is one function is given, then formula is principal period of the function upon coefficient of x in modulus, right? Generally what we have to do, we have to take the coefficient of x in modulus, but I am taking a total modulus of formula, right? And while two functions like these are given, then find out the principal period of this, that is the principal period of this is 6 pi, you know, and principal period of this is 10 pi, and if you take the LCM of this 10 and 6, that is your answer, right? So this is another shortcut method for find out the principal period of more than one functions are given in addition, right? So if you take this principal period of this LCM, right, because we did like this, m into 6 pi is equal to n into 10 pi is equal to k. This is our formula as we did in previous example, right? So what we have to do, this pi will be cut. So m into 6 is equal to n into 10. So this is 3 into 10, 2 sorry, this is 5 into 2. So this 2 will be cut. So m upon n is equal to 5 by 3. That is n is equal to 5 and n is equal to 3. So 5 into 3, 30. N into 10, 30. You will get your answer. So instead of doing this everything, Remember, write down the principal period of this. That is 6 pi, 2 pi upon 3, 1 upon 3, that is 3 goes to numerator, so 6 pi, and this is 10 pi, and LCM of these two is your answer. So no need to do this also again. So I am giving you another shortcuts method in shortcuts. Okay, so do it yourself. You will get your answer, and don't ask answer. You know what is the answer of these functions. That's why. Okay, thank you.